Okay, looks like we're live.
All right.
So are we doing the extension problems first?
Yeah, so it looks like it's just preparation activities. So there's 4 of them.
Oh.
For lesson 3 and 4. Is that right?
Yeah.
So the first one was reviewing the video on completing the square. I didn't watch the video. Did anybody else watch it?
No. I don't know where it is.
Oh.
Okay. So should we just start number 2?
Number 2?
Yeah, because first one says review the video on completing the square. And then the second one says write the quadratic equation in vertex form through completing the square.
I think I'm on the wrong thing. Isn't it week 3, lesson 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at the preparation, sorry. So yeah, it's just the extension problem. Sorry about that.
Okay.
And then we have a group quiz.
We have to make a different separate video for the group quiz, don't we?
We didn't last time. We did it all together.
Okay.
Suppose we can do it all at once.
So if I'm not seeing the link to the group quiz. Are you seeing that?
Where is it?
See if I can pull it out.
Oh, there we go. It's on a separate one. So the group quiz has 3 questions on there. Okay, who wants to be responsible for turning in the group quiz and video this time?
I can do that.
Sorry, I was clicking. Who said that?
I did, Brett.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's do the extension problems first then.
Yeah. Now, do I need, just to make sure, do I need to scan the extension problems and send those in as well?
No, just the quiz.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so the extension problems, the first one says, find the vertex of the following quadratic equation by completing the square. Also identify the x and y intercepts, domain, range, axis of symmetry, and provide a graph. It's f
All
of
right.
x. I forgot how to complete the square.
Isn't that when you gotta pull the 3 out and get the x squared minus 4? Yeah, you pull the 3 out of the x squared minus 4x.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 3x times x squared minus 4x. And then you leave the 8 on the outside of the parentheses, right?
Yep.
Isn't it negative 4/3 x?
So
Yeah.
add and subtract. Oh. 1/2 of the coefficient of the x term and square it. So 1/2, is that what you did? 1/2 of 4 and square it?
Well, to pull the 3 out of the x squared and the 4x, you gotta divide it out of the 4x as well, don't you?
Yeah, so it ends up being negative 4 over 3x.
That's what I got, unless I'm doing it wrong. I don't.
No, that's right. So that'd be 3, and then in parentheses, x squared minus 4 over 3x.
Yeah, that's right. Close parentheses plus 8. Then complete square is going to be the inverse of the 1/2 the coefficient deal.
Yeah, so 1/2 of 3, 1/2 of 4/3. And then square it. So it'll be 2/3 square. So 4/9.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So then we add and subtract it within the parentheses, right? Then we have to take it and times it by 3 to get out of the parentheses and over to the other side. So what did you guys get? 3 in parentheses x squared minus 4/3 x plus 4/9, and then plus 20 over 30.
Um,
Sorry, 20 over 30.
I don't know how I got the 20 to 30 because I didn't understand this part. I watched the video, but it didn't make sense.
So
'Cause-
I wrote down the instructions. So I'll read them, and I don't know if that will. So we took out the coefficient, and then we had to take 1/2 of the x coefficient, which was 4/3. You half it and then square it, and then add and subtract the last term of the perfect square on the right side of the parentheses, and then you have to remove the negative part out, and so you times it by the 3 when removing it, so then it leaves just the parentheses part minus the other part, and then you factor the expression inside the parentheses to get it in the form. So then for this one, so then we had 1/2 of 4/3, and then we squared it, and I got 4/9. Did someone else get that same answer?
I mean, that's what it should be.
Okay.
Because 1/2 4/3 is 2/3 negative squared.
I got the
9.
4/9.
4/9, and then you put it in plus and then a minus in the parentheses, and then to get it out, you have to times 3 times negative 4/9. So then that simplified down for me. So if anybody got anything different, to 4/3, and then you have to add 4/3 and 8 together. You have to have, so that makes it negative 4/3 plus 24/3 is positive 23rd.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then it would be 3, and then in parentheses x squared minus 4/3 x plus 4/9 plus 20 over 3. And then we factor out that expression. So then it would be 3x minus, minus 2/3 squared plus 20 over 3.
That's what I got.
We have the answer key to see if we got it right.
Let's see.
Yep.
It says that's right on the answer key.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, then.
So then I also wanted, what was it? X and Y intercepts. Were you trying to get into the trash?
Traps.
Oh. Ooh.
Was that x-intercept 2/3, comma 0?
Yeah, that's because the vertex would be 2/3. That's the x-intercept. So that's what I got. And y-intercept, I got 0.
Yeah.
Domain. I think would just be infinity to infinity. Because it's parabola, right? Because it's squared.
Mhm.
Range would be
I agree.
20/3 to positive infinity.
That would have the brackets before the 20/3, right?
Yeah.
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 And then axis of symmetry is just the x equals 2/3. Probably positive 2/3 since it's the upwards parabola.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. That was it for that one, right? Oh, we
Yeah.
have to sketch it. I hate graphs. So it's parabola. Vertex would be so it would go over 2/3 and up to the 23rd. 23rds. Y-intercept at 8. So something like that. It's not very efficient. Right?
Wouldn't it be because the vertex, wouldn't that be on 2/3, comma 20/3? So the point would be basically up. I don't even know how much that is, like 6 2/3 up, and then I think 2/3 to the right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. So someone had to leave at 1:45. Do we want to jump over to do the group quiz while we're all here?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. It doesn't matter if I'm probably gonna miss one or the two other. I don't know which one would be worse to miss.
I think the quiz is worth more, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quiz is worth more.
I mean, it's just one. If I show up all to the rest of them, I should be fine.
Yeah, you're good.
So,
Okay, what does everyone want to do then?
I think. Do you think we can do 2 and 3? Kind of fast on these, on the extension problems.
Yeah, let's do it. So number 2 of the extension problems.
Oh, no problem. Fun.
Hey, Mitchell's microphone's not working.
Oh, okay.
No, it's still not working.
Hold up a sign. Okay, let's do number 2 then. Number 9 of the homework was a similar problem to this one.
Yeah, that. Didn't we just have to complete the square for the what's it? The height?
Yeah, so it says when it's in a quadratic function, the x-coordinate is the vertex, and that is b over 2a. So it would be 80 over 2 times negative 16.
Oh.
So, yeah, b, so that's...
Wait, repeat that. Sorry, I was.
Oh, it said when the quadratic function is, so it gives us it in the quadratic function, the x-coordinate of the vertex is x equals b over 2a. So b in that equation is 80. And then we're going to divide it by 2 times a, which is negative 16. And that gives us negative 5 at 5 over 2. Is that what you guys get?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, and then, so that means that negative, so then, but it's positive because it's time. So 5 seconds is after the ball is kicked, it will reach its maximum height. And then it says maximum height is given by the y-coordinate of the vertex. So you just plug in 5 over 2 in the x, so it would be negative 16 times 5 over 2 squared. And I think that's supposed to be plus 80t, right? That's 80 over 5 halves plus 12. I think I'm going to do decimals because that's... So I got
Did you guys?
112. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what I got.
112.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Everyone good with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to number 3 then. Using the rational roots theorem, find the x-intercepts of the given polynomials. I don't know what the rational roots theorem is.
That was basically when you got all the, I guess, factors or multiples of the first and last numbers. So, like in the homework, It was a plus and minus, all those, and then you had to figure out which one would complete the zero without any remainder.
Oh. How would you set it up to find it?
So like on the first one where it has the 2 in the front and then the 6 at the end, you would use the 6 at the end first, and you would find the multiples of it, or I don't know. I think I'm using the wrong word, but it would be 1, 2, 3, and 6. And then for 2, it would just be 1 and 2. And so you would basically put all those first ones over the second 2, and then you would get all the positive and negative numbers that could be used.
Okay.
Hey, is anyone reading Mitchell's comment?
No, sorry.
He's
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
saying,
He's just hopping out and gonna rejoin.
yeah.
All right, so I'm just reading. It says P over Q is a list of possible rational zeros where P are the factors of the constant A and Q are the factors of the leading coefficient. So you're right. So you take 6 and you put the 1, 2, 3, 6, and then since it's 2, 1, 2, and then you just match them all up. You have to put them in, oh yeah, in intercept form. Okay.
I still don't.
So I get that, but how do you put it in the intercept form?
Yeah,
Once
that's.
all your numbers?
That's. I'm kind of stuck. I don't get it either.
Do you guys? I'm gonna draw this out and then I'll show you guys what I got. Do you guys remember how to this thing? I don't know if you can see it very well. Like
Oh.
it's basically the you take the first number of the x's and you plug it into that root thing, but you have to use one of the numbers that you find. Like the numbers that I found, I don't know if I'm correct or not. It was plus or minus 6, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 3 halves, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 1, and plus or minus 1 half.
Oh, okay.
And then you would put, huh?
No, I get it now. You go ahead.
Well, you would just plug that onto the top over here, like where I have the 1 right now. You would change that and factor it out until you found at least 3 that would have a remainder of 0 because of the x cubed.
So you put those numbers in the function as x?
You could do that too. You could do that, yeah. But it would have to be, you'd have to do them all, or at least until you get 3. That would get a remainder of 0. I don't know if that makes sense.
I believe you. I'm going to have to look that up because I'm not. My brain's not working.
Do you guys... So I'm using -2, and I got that to be one of the zeros. Let me see if I can finish it real quick. So what I did for the -2, it's the one on the bottom. Can you see that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see it.
So because down here I got the 0, that actually would be 0 of the function, and you can take that -2 and put it back in, and you'll actually get it'll equal 0, and that's how you can tell.
Okay.
All right, I have to go, but you're gonna post the link of the video after, right? Because I'll just watch over it and go over the work, the group test after.
Yep, we'll do it.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Have
Sorry,
a
Sorry, I have to go.
No, you're good.
Look on the test too. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually kind of cheated. Because it would have taken too long. I mean, I've done it on the homework and whatnot, but it would have taken forever to find which one it was. So I basically took what they had and I just kind of worked it out. And if you can tell, I think that's the 1/2 will give you the 0 if you work it all out there. And then the 3 will give you the 0 if you work it out there. and then the -2 that I had before.
Worked
So those
out.
three, yeah, and so those three would be the 3 zeros.
So you just have to get all the values and then pretty much plug them in.
Yeah, you would just put the x that you found and then comma 0.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to do that second one too, or just? Or do you think we're good on that one? I haven't done the homework for these ones, so I don't know what they are.
I'm good, but if you guys want to try it, it's basically the same thing as that first one.
Okay.
So then it would just be the 8 and then the 3.
Yeah.
So Mitchell, for the first one, it was -2, 0, and then 1/2, 0, and 3, 0 for the first function. And then we're just working on the second, the g of x one. For the second one, I got one that was 2/3, 0. Did anybody else get another one?
Not yet.
What was it you said you had for the one?
I got 2/3 and 0.
Uh-huh.
That's the only one I've gotten so far, though.
Okay. Let's check the answer. Well, 2/3 is one of them on the answer key.
It is.
The other one is 1 plus or minus square root of 5.
I would never have gotten that.
Nope. Nope.
I don't know how they got that, or at least I don't know which number that would be on here.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm basically trying to work through all the numbers, but I'm not getting another 0.
Well, even on the answer key, it's only listing the 2 answers. So,
The 1 plus or minus square root of 5.
uh-huh. And the 2/3, those are the only 2 answers it gives.
Oh. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into this more.
Yeah, it's not one of the answers we can easily get.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
All right.
Do you guys want to go to the group quiz, or do we want to try to figure this out more?
I'd say let's just do the group quiz.
Yeah, let's just get that done and over with.
And Brett, you're going to turn it in, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I'll try to get it all written down. I'll check with you guys before we finish the problem.
Okay. All right. So number 1, part A says find the x-intercepts of the quadratic equation y equals ax squared plus bx plus c by completing the square. So we're just doing a generic one.
I guess.
Because
There's
they
nothing else
didn't give us numbers, right? Just variables.
Yeah, I think we just gotta use the letters, don't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Just rearrange the equation. So,
Take out a, and then it would be x squared plus bx parentheses plus c.
You would have the A over that B, wouldn't you?
No, I think you factor out the a. And oh yeah, then to complete it, it would be 1/2 of b over a. What I said right?
so a parentheses x squared plus b over a x.
No, bx.
Right.
Plus,
Oh, bx over.
so it'd be a in parentheses x squared plus bx plus c, and then for the middle one you do 1/2 times b. Where did it go? Oh no, you're right. I always forget that step. I'm sorry. B over ax. Sorry, I always forget that. That would be 1/2 times b over a squared, so it would just be b over 2a squared, so b squared and 4a squared.
plus b over 2a. So b squared 2a squared.
I think because it would be 2a, and then when you square it, wouldn't that turn it to 4a squared?
I don't think so, because like it isn't usually written like it's the 1/2 parentheses then the b over a squared.
Yeah, and then times it.
So okay.
No, you do 1/2 times ba, and then that answer is squared. That's how I understand it.
All right. So
I
then I'll have to-
got 2b over a. I got x squared because you take half of the b over ax. Since we don't really have a number, wouldn't that be multiplied instead by 2 over 1?
No, yeah.
Never mind. Hold on.
I understand. It's 1/2, and then you times it by b over a, because that's the coefficient, right? And then timesing, you just do it across, so it would be b over 2a. And then when you square it, is that right, wrong, or?
So hold on, trying to get this written out nicely here. Because like when it gives us a normal equation to work with, like it gives us, I don't know if it's up there. I don't know if y'all can see that's the, like it's written like that. So then wouldn't you have to square it before you multiply it by 1/2?
So it's 1/2 of the coefficient, and then you square it.
Oh, okay. So
if the coefficient
that,
is 6, half of it would be 3, and then you square the 3, so that makes it 9.
gotcha. Yeah. So then b squared over 4a squared.
Is that right with everyone?
You said b squared over 4a squared?
Yeah, 4a squared.
Okay.
So then we plus and minus it inside the parentheses. So then it would be a times x squared plus b over ax plus b squared divided by 4a squared minus b squared over 4a squared plus c.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to times b squared over 4a squared with a to get it out of the parentheses. So then that would be minus ab squared over 4a squared plus c.
Hold on, can you show me that? Because that's the part that's getting me confused on this whole thing.
Yeah, so sorry, where my finger is right here. So you have to times it by a. So then it would be ab squared. So it's just pretty much a over 1. And then that 4a squared keeps and plus it by c.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let me get that written down real fast. Don't want to get lost. All right.
Does everyone
Thank
agree
you.
with that?
Yeah.
Mitchell, yes. Does that make sense? Kinda. And then we just have to. This is hard with just variables. I don't like it.
No.
So then it would just be a times plus b over 4a, and that whole thing is squared. And then you can't do anything with the other one. So then that's what I would get, this one down here.
Ax plus b.
Yeah, a times x plus b over 4a squared, and then minus ab squared over 4a squared plus c.
All right.
Does that look right?
Did you keep the 4a under the b?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but you know what? I think it would be 2a because we're squaring it.
Uh-huh.
Right? So it'd be 2a. You're right. 2a, and then that would square it, and that would make it back to 4a squared.
Right. I think that's what it would be. That makes sense.
And you wouldn't be able to really simplify it anymore.
Cool.
And then it wants to know what the y-intercept would be. What?
Since
How do
we
you
can't
figure that
find anything, wouldn't just the y-intercept equal whatever the function was? Because it is y equals and then all of that we did.
Uh-huh.
So you just put that to y equals?
Yeah, I think that's what y would equal.
Okay. Because we don't have any numbers to know what that is, right?
Right. So the y-intercept's just the original equation that we started with.
It could
Right.
be that, or it could be what we came up with at the end of trying to find the x one.
Maybe write them both on the quiz. Yeah, at least.
Yeah, just have them one above or below the other.
Just don't put a square on either one. I'm just teasing.
Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah.
So are we moving to 2 then now?
I think I think we're good, right?
I think so.
Okay.
It's got numbers, so we can probably solve it.
Okay. So what needs to be done to the function f of x equals 2x to the fourth minus 5x to the third plus 6x squared minus 15x before you can use the rational zeros theorem to find the x-intercepts? I don't know what this rational zeros theorem is, so someone else is going to have to help with this one.
Isn't that like the
That was the
number
one.
3 on
Yeah.
the extension problems?
Yes.
I'm not sure what it would be, but it is missing the number in the front.
We can just factor out an x. So they'll have at least one x.
If
Well,
we factor,
root theorem, does it have to be perfect squares? Like, would we have to get rid of the x to the third? No,
I don't know.
no, because the other one they both had x to the third, so never mind.
It could be that we do need to get rid of one of the x's and make it third and then squared and then just the x and then have the 15 at the end.
Oh, yeah, that would actually do it because then the 15's by itself. So,
Right.
But would it then be x outside of a parentheses with the rest of that inside of it?
Yes.
I think yes.
Okay. So would that be the answer to that?
I'm going to write down the equation with the x factored out, and then I'll just explain. Need to isolate a coefficient without variable. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you're right.
Okay.
Did that make sense when you factored it out?
Yeah, when I factored it out, I just put x parentheses 2x3 minus 5x plus 6 minus 15. So I think that's all it's going to be. Then just move on.
And then find all the real or imaginary zeros for the functions. For that one, okay. Oh, great. So then you have to factor out the 15. And then what do you use, the 2?
I am, but I don't know. Because I haven't done a problem like this before. I don't know if that would be correct or not.
We can try it, but like the extension, it could give us an imaginary number or whatever. So well, not imaginary, but gotta find the square root of something. And I wouldn't know what to do there.
Let's see if there's any helps on the. I just quickly looked through the homework. I don't see one that's like that. There's one that has 1 to the the 4th power, but it didn't have an X on the last one, so it didn't need to do anything to start it.
Uh-huh.
I am too.
Yeah, I think we're a little
we all are.
lost. I'm just trying to look up the textbook too and see if I can read anything in there.
What does this do?
Okay.
What I'm doing is like before. I'm trying to find the zeros, but since I don't know if what we did factoring that X out was correct, I don't know if the end answer is gonna be right or not. But that's how I'm doing it.
Well, if you get an answer, then we should be able to plug it in for X and get a 0, though, right? So we kind of know.
Yeah.
Any luck so far?
No, there's a lot to go through.
I don't understand this at all.
No.
This is not making sense to me.
When
I
it's not
just
due
found
tonight. So,
5 halves is a 0.
5?
Yeah, 5/2. I'm trying to work these out as fast as I can.
Oh, thank you. You're
thank you so much.
saving our
Did you guys get the positive and negatives that can be used?
So are we using the 2 then? Or
There's the,
We're using the what I'm using is that 15 at the end and the 2.
and the
So
2?
yeah,
Mhm.
and so 15 would be on top and then the 2 would be on the bottom. But you would find all the, I guess, multiples. Okay. All the multiples of those two numbers. So for the 15 it would just be 1, 3, 5 and 15, and then for the 2 it would be 1 and 2. And then
right, I did that.
yeah, and then after all you do all that stuff, you would get the plus a negative 15, plus a negative 15/2, plus a negative 5. And I've actually done all those, and none of those are zeros. And then it's plus a negative 5/2, plus a negative 3, plus a negative 3/2, plus a negative 1, and plus a negative 1/2. And so right now I'm working on the negative 5/2. But 5/2 is one of the zeros.
5/2.
And
Positive
it
5/2.
and yeah. And my paper is gonna look like a bunch of mess, but this runner right here, that one shows y. I don't know if you want to write that one for the quiz,
Okay.
but
Yep.
did you get that? Or
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
Got all the numbers written down and stuff. Sorry, can I see that real fast?
oh yeah,
Thought I had it.
it was. Let me see. Which one was it? I got problems all over my paper, so
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Looks good. Thank you.
yeah. So I just did all of them, and the only one that I got a 0 out of was that 5/2.
Okay.
So that would be my answer, but
I wonder if there's one that's like that one from the extension problem where it's like plus or minus the square root of something.
it could be, yeah.
I have no idea how to find it though.
Well, let's just put the work down. Maybe copy some more of what Antonio did, and then maybe to show that we tried all of the factors.
Yeah, I'll go through and I'll rewrite this so it's a little neat, and I'll make sure I get on all of the factors on there.
Yeah, because I think as long as we're showing our work that, like, we went through all of them.
Oh my gosh, you don't even want to
Yeah.
see my paper right now.
Thanks for doing that.
It's all that. You can't even. It's a page,
My
and
goodness.
there's another one. Wait, do I have?
So I got all the factors, so I'll get it all written out.
Oh, do you need the factors?
No, I got them.
Okay.
I just gotta write it all down nice and neat. I guess we'll just go on to number 3 then.
Okay.
Well, how would I write that? I just write that as a coordinate point, right? 5/2.
Comma
0?
0. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then the last one's just looks like definitions. So let's just go. An x-intercept is a point on a graph where the y equals 0.
Right.
Aren't roots x-intercepts basically?
I think roots are like when a number, when multiplied to itself, gives you the original number. When you do a root. So y-intercept is where x equals 0.
Yeah.
Okay, and then next
Root.
What did you say, Antonio?
I was saying, asking, sorry, aren't roots just x-intercepts as well?
No, because I think a y could be a root. I think it's just the.
Oh. I don't know. I'm still confused about roots.
I don't like this question.
Say we can look on.
Let's see what it says.
Oh, including internet. So let's just do an internet search.
Hey. Oh, wait, no. It says you may not.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, it says you may not use the internet.
Oh.
You may use your textbook.
Okay, let's do that.
That was a close one.
And then what?
Just looking for the definition of the root.
Well, I know like the square root is a number when multiplied by itself gives you the original number. So if you have a root of 4, then it's 2 plus 2 times 2.
Right.
It says we can use an example, so maybe we can do. use definitions, examples, graphs. So maybe we could just do an example.
How can you open the book? I always forget how to open that book.
You have to go into my math lab.
Math lab. Oh, what is this? Hey, what is this? Hey guys, just this is really out of a topic, but on the week 2, the group quiz that we did, who is supposed to turn that in?
I turned it in. We got. We
on-
already got.
So on my assignment thing, it says it's overdue.
Oh, it's because you can only one person turns it in.
Okay.
So you should have already gotten a grade on it, but it doesn't clear it off, which I hate. So what I've been doing is I've just submitted like a Word document that says group leader already turned it in. I do it for all of the stuff that only one person turns in, just because I like to have it cleared off.
I'm gonna do that.
I don't know if she's annoyed with it. She hasn't said anything yet, so. But I hate,
Okay.
like, I want it all checked off, because I'm weird.
I saw this red and it scared me.
Yeah, no, it was turned in. We got, I think, 90% on it.
Okay.
Okay, so for that root, do you want to do an example or do we want to try to do a definition?
Hold on, my laptop's being real slow right now.
Trying to open this book, see if I can search the definition for it, for all those terms. Maybe we can use those.
Come on, man.
Page 213. Do you guys have your textbook up?
Yeah, just let me.
Thanks, Rachel.
213. No, I don't think it does either. Let's see, it's got to be. Yeah, I read that too. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like X. Average is just another word for x-intercept.
Okay. So we're good with that one. What's the next? Oh, zeros. Zeros and factors. Cool.
So they are x-intercepts as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all mean the same thing.
That's funny.
So they all just mean where x
Even
equals
factors?
0.
Oh, yeah. X
Yeah,
is
because
zeros and factors.
the f of x is basically factors of x.
So really, it's just all the same thing. Okay. That
They're
was.
all x-intercepts.
Well, that took a while. Yay. Okay.
So I'm just going to write down they are all
Thanks, Mitchell, for putting it all together. Oh, my word. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think that was the last question, though, right?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Oh, yeah. If there is one, that should have been a clue. Cool. Brett, do you have everything you need to turn everything in?
It does say
Yeah.
that.
Just going to try to rewrite this, make up a little extra work to throw on here. And I'll get that sent in tonight.
Okay. Do you want to submit the video too?
Yeah, if you can send me that link.
Yep. I'll put it in the chat thing again.
Sweet. Thank you.
So to make this more efficient for like every time, since mine seems to be working, do you want me to just initiate every time and then we can just take turns, whoever submits it in? So we're
That works.
not spending the first 10 minutes deciding who's going to do it.
Yeah.
Because we got to get more efficient with this.
Yeah.
We're going to do this for the next 3 months because this is kind of a lot. Is that cool with everyone? If I'll just initiate it every time at 8 o'clock and then we'll just
that's
submitting it in and doing that part. Okay.
that works.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I think we're good. I'll put the link in the.
And this is the extension problems and the group quiz,
Yeah. So you're gonna do
the video.
group meeting participation thing, and then
Do you
the
have
quiz.
to turn it in both places though? Because I did notice that on the like where you go on the content, gosh darn it,
Oh.
the content, it has a link for 2.
Yeah. So the group meeting will be in one, and then the quiz is going to be submitted in a different place. But you don't need a video for the quiz. For the quiz, you're just going to scan and do a PDF of the work that we just did, and you turn that in as the assignment.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So video for the regular thing and just scan for the quiz.
Yes.
Cool. I can do that. Sweet.
And with the meeting, you have to, like in the instructions, it has a link to a Word document where you put everyone's name and participation points or whatnot, and then you copy and paste the link to the video in that Word document, and you submit that whole thing in for that.
There was
Okay.
a link.
The link to the video.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking I'm tired.
We're all asleep.
It's bedtime.
Thanks for doing it today instead of yesterday or tomorrow. Okay.
Huh?
No
Oh yeah.
problem.
All right. So next one's going to be on Tuesday, I guess.
That works.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck on your exam, guys.
Sweet. All right.
Thanks.
We'll talk to
See
you
you guys.
on Tuesday. All right.
Yep.